Hey YouTube, Darren Moyer here. It's the Plumber Racing videos. I wanted to make a video on my, I guess, temporary gauge setup that I've been making. I had a couple people message me about how I'm making it, what it is, and other stuff. So I figured I'd just make a quick video since we are week 13 for iRacing and it's kind of boring. So figured I'd do this and get it out of the way and show you what I did. So here we go. Okay, so what I have is I have my tack, which I've always had. That is connected to a RevBurner from SymProjects. Okay, and then the RevBurner is a very small board with my fingers. It's a small board, and then you need power for it, and then a USB cable, and that gets plugged into a USB port, and then SymProjects software operates the tack. Really easy. When it's sitting here in dead mode, I can turn the needle to where I want the shift light to go onto and stuff. So, and then I have my gear indicator, which is USB plug and play, and again, the software will recognize it. And then I have my speedometer, which I've always had. Again, USB, plug and play, software will recognize it. Now, what's new is my fuel gauge, and I have an oil temperature in Celsius, which I really don't like, water temperature in Celsius, and oil pressure Celsius. I ordered these from SymProjects. Wasn't paying attention. I'm an idiot, I know. I wouldn't have got them if I knew they were Celsius, but they are supposed to work with the board, and the board is a Pro Gauge board. Pro Gauge is that gets plugged in, and it's USB plug and play. The software will recognize it, recognize all these gauges, and then you just set it up. It's kind of really easy to set it up, and once you do, you can save the file, export it onto a little disk so you always have it. So if you got something happens, boom, you just load it in, and you're right back to normal. I don't know why that one is changing colors, but they do change colors with this little button here. So, whoops, what happened? Oh, I have to make an adjustment because the gauge actually, just by shit luck, look it sits right on the one button. So this isn't done, this is temporary. This is where I'm going to have it, but this will be enclosed. And I'm still missing some parts that didn't come yet. What I'm missing is from SymProjects, a DLC 24/7, I think it is. And what that's going to do is that's going to run all my warning lights. So I have a fuel gauge warning light, these various gauge warning lights, and then these here holes were originally for brake pedal pressure. I thought that was really neat. I saw that on a video, and I thought that would be really handy for me. And then I looked into it, and I see iRacing doesn't support it. The video I saw, he must have just been running another game. So it's not going to be a tack light. I have my tack here. What I think I'm going to do here is, and again, this is temporary. I don't have to keep these holes in this orientation. I'm just still monkeying around with it. This is too close. I don't like this. I made this hole too big, so I stuffed some tubing in there. I'm a plumber, some rubber tubing. I really don't like the gas gauge. I think that bezel's too big, so I don't know. I might move this around, but anyway, these are going to be with the DLC 24/7. I can have race flags. I can have yellow flags, red flags, blue flag, black flag, which I don't know how I'm going to do an LED light for a black flag, but that's what's going to go there. I might end up punching holes right in here and have a series of lights right in here for the track flags, yellow, red, green, whatever. And then I think I might have a yellow here and a yellow here. I think I can make all those flash. So those would be for caution lights. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm still undecided. I honestly would like to get another gauge just to fill up the hole. Looks plain here. So, let's see, there I go. I pushed the thing again. And then what else I'm getting is LCD displays like this, but 7-digit. And they are going to go here, and those are going to be for my lap times. I'm going to move my mouse down here next to this mouse. This mouse operates that screen, which is that PC, that laptop there. So I'm going to move that, and then I think I'm going to have aluminum come across just a little bit, maybe to here, and I'm going to have those LCDs sitting right here, and maybe some toggle switches. I can do so much with that DLC board. I also got another board from them. I think that one is called Pro Shift, and I forget what I can do with that. I have it written down, whatever, my intentions, but they should be here any day. Any day. Now, you always say, okay, why do you need the gauges? Shit. Here, let me show you why I want the gauges. Of course, I don't need the gauges. I don't need 3 monitors. I don't need the tack. But it's the immersion effect. It just makes everything better. But my deal is, I sit so high up in the car, I don't see any of my gauges. So I'm in a test session here, I think with the truck. Alright, so I don't see my gauges because of my POV. I'm set at 28 inches, and that is exactly from that screen to my eye. And I really think that that helps, that's important as far as your knowing where your truck is on the track and your turning ratio on your wheel. I think all that comes into factor when trying to go fast. So anyway, so if I could go up like this, alright, I can see at least those gauges. I cannot see my tag. Alright, even still, that's tough. I have to use my virtual mirror. I think I need to turn the light down or something. I need that virtual mirror there. Okay, so now let's see. Alright, here comes my tack. Let's go. Okay, there we go. There's my tack. Yeah, we'll go to there. I mean, I can't see crap. Let's take off the virtual mirror. Graphics. Bang. Virtual mirror is off. Done. There's my truck. Good morning, plumbing. Alright, no virtual mirror. Oh shit. So I was racing the Radicals at Montreal, so I'm on. I'm on sequential. Alright, so I can't race that way, regardless. So that's why I want gauges, because I want this shit all the way down. Oh, and I'm operating this with my Derek Spears button box. This was great for adjusting these things on the fly. I think I'm going to get another one of these. If not, maybe, I don't know, maybe at least either one of those, or I want him to modify my track boss, and I want these to be rotaries. If I can send this back and he can switch those to rotaries, that'd be sweet. So I got to check with him. But anyway, so that's where I run, and that's why I want the gauges. So once it's done, it'll be pretty cool. Now I'll show you how I wired them up real quick too. It wasn't all that difficult, and like I said, this comes right out for me. Boom. Then I have my boards back here. I can pull this back. Oh, I could do it right here. Screw it. So, alright, there are the gauges. That is the speedometer. Look at this gear indicator is just or the speedometer is just taped in there. And then that is the Pro Gauge board. Alright, so right here I have 12 volt and ground, and then these four are the signal leads, and they go to, well, here are the gauges, the back of the gauges. See if I can get in there close, see if we can zoom in a little bit. Now maybe I'll turn the lights on. Hold on a minute. A little brighter. That'll help. Alright, so this is how everything's wired together. These wires will come attached. There's a black and a white one, or a black and a red one in there, and that is ground and 12 volt for the light. And then these terminals right there are what you're going to have to connect up to the board right over in here. And then again, that gets, look at USB, and it's plugged in right there. That is for future, that port. I don't know what he's got in store, but we'll see. So I can add at least, I think, maybe one or two more on there. I can also put my tack onto here, and I can get a speedometer and put a speedometer onto this board. Not a digital one, but, you know, whatever, a round one, I guess, from a car. So, but I still have my tack into my RevBurner, which is honestly on the other side of my wall. So for now, this thing just sets in here. I have it going right up against there, in front of the screws, and she just sits there for now. Alright. So that's what it is. Like I said, I'm going to move my mouse down, give you a quick run through of what I have. I made a couple of changes, mostly with iSpeed, which I really love. And this one up here, because I'm just starting to do ovals. I don't do ovals too much, but I set my iSpeed up where I removed all the panels except for the fuel. So I can see them, they're nice and big. I can see how many laps since that I pitted, how many to go since empty, all the really good information anyway. And then on my iPad, I threw my iPad up here on an angle. I can see it fine. I don't look at it too much, but that's just showing me my times. I really don't need it. It's just there. I can, so I do. Yeah, and not really any changes. I'm also getting my sequential shifter should be here soon. I just don't know how I'm going to mount it. That's going to be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we'll figure it out. So that is my gauge setup. I think I pretty much went over everything. I'm still waiting for the other parts. When I get those in and get it finished up, I'll show you all the warning lights and everything else that I got going, especially my my timing stack that I'm going to make up. By the way, once this is all done and I know exactly where everything's going, then I'm going to get a piece of probably whatever 16th inch aluminum, and I'm going to take it down to a local machine shop and have it water jetted for all these holes, nice and accurate so that they fit in there. I'm also going to have lugs going through where they bolt on, because these boards have a little hole there, you see that, for mounting. Alright, so they'll all have that on there then as well. So once I'm done, I know where everything's going, then that's what's going to happen. So stay tuned. For now, I'm gonna, who knows, test. I have joined a couple of racing leagues, Nordgard TV, and oh, I forget the other one, Inside Winston Cup, Under the Lights, I believe it is. Nice group of guys, and that's what I'm practicing for. Like I said, I don't race ovals too much. I'm mostly road racing, so I hope to learn a lot from these guys through setups and everything else. We did one race at Indy. I think I finished, well, I was going to finish maybe around 10th or 12th, but I got hooked up in a wreck with like, I don't know, maybe 10 to go or something. So just my luck. But anyway, so we'll see what we can do there. So signing out for now. I'll keep you posted on the progress. Have a good night.